Hey everybody, it's Adam from A New Beginning Tiny Homes. Headed back from Douglas, Georgia, headed back to Orlando with a brand new 8.5 by 24 foot cargo trailer. And we're going to be doing something special with that. I'll get more into details on that in just a little bit. I want to thank everybody that has followed my page on Instagram and on Facebook and liked and commented on all of my videos and everything. Especially thanks to Steve Harrell for having the platform to, with Tiny House Listings, to post a video that, as I checked today, has 4.4 million views for Tiffany. Tiffany has gotten an amazing response. Everybody seems to really truly like the house and the fact that I put my heart and soul into that house. Its new owners, they are doing great. They live down in Palmetto, Florida. They live in an RV park there, and it is a picturesque setting for them to be in. They absolutely love it. I mean, there are a couple little hiccups that come with, being in a tiny house, things that you kind of got to figure out. And I think we've managed to work through all of those things. And as many of you know, I've had the opportunity in the past couple of months to actually work for several builders. I've worked with Andrew Bennett of Trekker Trailers. We've done several houses. We did a 28 foot steel framed house. We did a 16 foot wood framed house. We built a mobile recording studio gypsy wagon, which was very, very cool. If you haven't checked out the video on that, make sure you go over to Andrew's page and check out the video on the gypsy wagon, the sound studio. And then from there I went to Alabama. I spent a couple of months up there working with Brian Booth of Harmony Tiny Homes. We built a 24 foot model. Well, he had the majority of it done. I just came in and put a couple of finishing touches in it, and then had the opportunity to go with him out to Colorado a couple of times, and we went to the tiny house shows that were out there. Had an amazing time, met a lot of really great people out there, and as it turns out, one of those people offered me a full-time position to come out there and build tiny houses with him. And that's the reason why we bought a 24 by 8.5 foot cargo trailer, because of the fact that I need tools. So I need the cargo storage for tools, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the front half of it out as my living storage, as my living space, I should say. That's going to be the space that I'll sleep in at night, take showers, cook, and live. My intention is to make it as off-grid as possible, doing solar and doing water tanks and everything on it, just to make sure that I can essentially live off-grid, because there are a lot of places in Colorado that you can kind of get away with some of that stuff. I'm looking forward to be out in Colorado and seeing everything that it truly has to offer. And then from there, starting the beginning of next year, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a DIY assist. The DIY assist will be for just the ordinary person who is wanting to get into a tiny house but doesn't like the idea of hiring a builder because they want to be able to put their own personal touches. So what we'll do is we'll find a shell. We can either get a shell from Damon at TrailerMade. He does metal frame shells. You can get a TrailerMade trailer, or if you want to, we can go to Titan Tiny Homes. He does those new foam shells. They're metal reinforced with the foam sips. They have a real high R value. So say for example, you find a shell, say you spend $15,000 on a shell. Now all you have to do is finish the exterior, put windows in, and then finish the interior. So let's say just off chance you spend $20,000 on materials, which is probably a high estimate, but if you spend $20,000 on materials, now you've got $35,000 into a finished house. But then you need labor to help finish that. So if you would hire me, I would come in, I would travel to you because I have my own place to live. And I would come to you, we would work out an hourly rate, say example, $30 an hour. And with that, just an example, say if I worked 50 hours at $30 an hour, that's $1,500 a week. Now, on average, if you guys are helping, because it's DIY, I'm not just there to build it for you. We're there to work together to make sure that it is built right. Say it takes 2 months. That's a total of $12,000 on top of your $35,000 that you have invested in materials and the shell on the tiny house. So you have a tiny house for under $50,000. And it can be a 24, 28, you know. I mean, it's just a matter of, you know, we will figure out costs to figure out where you need to be budget-wise to, you know, to complete your tiny house. Because building a tiny house is such a personal thing. You know, I mean, it's everybody who gets into tiny houses, I mean, everybody's house has a personal touch. I mean, if you look at Tiffany, Tiffany has my fingerprints all over it. Literally, but just my design style. I mean, that's everything that I liked in a house. Yes, I did build it to sell, and I mean, those of you who saw the TV show, I mean, I'm a businessman. I mean, it was built to sell. The TV show wanted to spin it that way, and that's fine. So if you guys are interested in doing a DIY build, I'm working with Tom Stanton of Go Tiny. He's an amazing designer, can design a house for you. I can design a house for you. We can work together to get you a plan, a footprint, you know, all of the things that you truly need in your house. And that way then we can build you a house. So if you're interested, make sure you contact me, because I mean, this is not just a quick process. It's not something that's just going to happen quickly. You're going to want to get scheduled in if you're going to want to do it. You know, I'm already have one that I believe is going to be the first one or the start of the year. So if you're ready to get into that next slot, then you need to make sure that you get in. We'll start working, getting your design down, figuring out material costs, figuring out the shell. I mean, I can build one for you, just, you know, wood frame if you want to. You know, it's all a matter of preferences to what you want to do in your tiny house. We can use reclaimed materials if you want to use reclaimed materials. You know, it's just a matter of what you want, because it's your tiny house. It's your new beginning. So if you're interested, make sure you can send me an email at anewbeginningtinyhomes@gmail.com, or if you want to, feel free, give me a phone call, 407-969-2269. That number's not going to change. My schedule as is so far is the middle of September. I will be in Colorado. I'll be in Colorado probably until right at Christmas time, probably, as far as I know, unless something changes there. But at that point, then I will probably be coming back to Florida for a little while to do a build, a DIY assist build. And then from there, hey, if you want to get scheduled in, I'll come to where you are. It doesn't matter. If you're in Oregon, we'll go to Oregon. If you're in New York, we'll go to New York. If you're in Wisconsin, we'll go to Wisconsin. If you're in California, yeah, we'll come to California too. I'm just kidding. But make sure you get it scheduled. Special thanks to all the people out there that have, you know, talked to me and rooted me on to do this project. Tom Stanton, Andrew Bennett, Brian Booth, you guys are all great. Damon at Trailer Made Trailers, you're a monster, man. Loved hanging out with you in Colorado. You know, definitely, if you guys are in the market for, you know, trailers, I you know, looking at his trailers, you know, I just straight up, they are outstanding foundations, really. So feel free to give me a call, 407-969-2269, and hope to hear from you. Let's get this going. Oh, I'll be video blogging about some of this stuff on my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe. There should be more videos on this showing. It's going to be a process to it. I mean, I've only got 2 weeks before I move out to Colorado, so I'm going to do as much as I can to make it livable. Hopefully I won't get into too much cold weather there. I mean, I do plan on putting a wood stove in it, just, you know, for heating purposes, because it is Colorado. This Florida boy is probably going to freeze his off up there. It's gonna be an adventure, that's for sure. But I am looking forward to doing a lot of hiking and things like that, and just seeing the mountains and just really enjoying what Colorado has to offer. So, like I said, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.